Oh, what
Okay.
an amazing story, and just to be able to see, you know, how you went from just growing a crop to sustain your family to then seeing that, whoa, like there's a whole business here. And you know, as I mentioned, Mr. Herb was giving me a tour of his farm, and I seen the low tunnel, and I just can't go without mentioning the ingenuity that was put into that. And I know I heard him describe that he used PVC pipe, and it's really a homemade tunnel, and
Yeah.
it's just amazing to see what you were able to do, you know, with your own ingenuity. And I had to ask him, were you an engineer before you started farming? He said no. You know, he was an engineer. You know, he got started into farming. Um,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, let
you
me say something, what you just said to it, say the more on something for them. Okay, nay tao nay ta tao thế đó mà za ta nay alang ta tao kana ni vector qua de ya ikha jong on no ka story the nay hai so kha de ta the ne pi ole wa te ya ne pi cho rồi you no sự ta mà thọ ne pa lu ta la nhớ rồi ta thì theo you mo ka ya cứ tao nhớ tao chia làm de công long thì ni wa thì kana ya ikha jong thế thọ lu she ka cho ne kia cho cái 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 cho chiến đấu ổn định và bị thả nó này thì nó cũng bỏ cái cho chiến đấu và nó nấy ổn định thì cho bị cho thì nó cũng nó có thì có bây giờ engineer nó có thì có chỉ nó cũng để giờ ít khó dùng và nó bỏ thì có một本事thì个我到底呀我你用 all
th-
right
thank you so much, Sam. And so, you know, what a message that we're sending to beginning farmers and farmers all across the U.S. with, you know, engaging with the NRCS is relationships, right? And so, Sam or Mr. and Miss Her, at what point do you meet? Do you, Sam, do you meet Mr. and Miss Her? Because you met them, you said at least a decade before they've actually started. And so, how does this relationship begin? Um, and how do you actually start working together?
the first the thing that really make especially the more farmers in the area really know USDA program is it through the USDA's NRCS sponsor radio program, and in Hmong. And back in it when I start with the program in the Lao, Hmong, Cambodian, language, three languages, program back in the 1998 we started way back in that, and and then that program has been going on throughout this year for more than 20 years now. And a lot of farmers, especially like Mr. Her and Mrs. Her, they heard a lot about me. They listen, the program weekly, and one thing that they already know, but we haven't met each other in face to face until one of the workshop that we hold, and then they come to the workshop and we talk a lot about high title. We're talking about soil profile. We're talking about nutrient, water management, those kind of thing. And one thing that I would like to emphasize on is it's on hand experience. You get to see it. You get to visualize. You see it and touch it, and that's what the workshop about. And then when they come to that, it's really that's what we really see each other, talk to each other, and start our face-to-face, meeting and visit our farm, thing like that. And it come to 19, if I remember correctly, in 2017 or 16. And I arranged a field trip to Salinas, for the Haitano, farmers over there, and then they're really excited. They, participate with that. They part of that field trip. And after that, there'll be really, the relationship, the communication. And I think the bottom line is that we build the trust, after that. So that's why we work very close together, and help them, from there. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
And so for Mr. and Mrs. Her, how long have you been listening to Sam Bang on the USDA sponsored show? And after listening to the show, at what point do you say, I need to connect with NRCS and learn more information? How do I apply? When does that
Yeah.
happen to you?
Yeah, no, better lalu nong na niya tiawan, ni cú thả cho khó radio program mà cú phải hài nhau sao tung cho nó chỉ biết cho mong cái team mong sẽ được mà yên nó tới chỉ bỏ cú ya thì nên nôngแต่วันนี้ลองไปเข้าโปรแกรมได้ละหันเดบริจาคที่นี่ลองเดบริจาคที่รู้เสียเดี๋ยวนี้จะเสียเดี๋ยวเนี่ยตอนที่ไป USDA ใช้ไปประมาณจะโปรแกรมป้านนี้นะที่อย่าง
ที่ถกก็ปีหายรอเจยังปีมลงจะยังมลงso ลงรอจะตันเอาเลยใช่ไหมถกตัวก็หายจะไปยังหนอเจ所以ก็係好俾依喺學嘅巴俾即係話我做俾幫到人即係俾個莫嘅幫到人到落冇做俾即係話俾個腳當到人即係xử lý即係話嘅巴人哋政府然後俾個幫落嚟即係嚟管到人即係我個嘅做俾啫嘛。
Yeah, so Mr. Hurd said that they start listen to the program way back when we start and up to now. Then they learn so much from the program that's about they gain a lot of skill techniques, farming skill and techniques through the program. And then also they learned a lot about the government program through the radio program, and that's just what they know, who USDA are and what we're doing and what we offer to them. So
they always hay cho hỏi bếm long có hay sợ tông chua này ạ. Bé như nhầm long mong hay sợ tông chua xuân nó gì. Bé như long tà ly vậy thôi thì có tôi hay là bé như long họ có chỉ tôi là bé như long tà ly vậy bé như họ có hay số dầu tà ly vậy. Giờ thôi có hay cho cái ba đó chi là bé như nó bé như bao vậy. Dạ bé xài vậy thế rồi có vô này vô ba lấy bé vậy. Bé như chia sẻ để nhưng thế giờ bé giờ đi ba vậy thế rồi bé giờ thì to co là giờ bé giờ trẻ co thì nó lông lò thì nên hay cho tractor hay cho trên tàu thì nên mua workshop thì cái tuần chỉ này tuần chỉ có kia thì cái linh thọ có phải sai lại cho trên tàu tạo ra một cái là cái là做些行业因为我trên tàu nên té lò là chỉ cho trên tàu mà nên cây chè lúa chè cú cái chỉ tàu rồi họ đây là chè bé đây là giỏi hết tổng tu thế chè rồi bé giỏi nhỉ hả đó là nó tàu này cho nó lo chè nếu khi tàu ở xa thế này xe thế chè bé chỉ cho họ thì bé giờ tôi đèn tàu đèn ly lò này nhưng bé như đèn tàu chả cú chè bé khi thế ở xa thế ở to rồi chè ý giả bé nhau đồ giống ha chè bé cho cầu kia rồi sẽ là bé để tới cái gì không cho rau lò này cú chè hàng chè rau rồi giống câu họ biết chọn cái ấy nó về chả cú nó về giờ rau đất đai chỉ sử dụng câu lại giờ rau cũng hé liền hả này cú thầu thế khi chỉ lấy là về nó như bán tàu hàng thế dòng hàng lên ha về cũng là dầu xe thế ôn trong chấp lại.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I would like to add it into my husband's that for the radio program, we listen to the radio program every time. And every single program that come out of the KBIF, that the USDA sponsor, they listen to, and they learn so much about everything's about farming, and then including the government's program, and that's what they learn so much. And then every time when they heard about the program that USDA, especially NRCS, provide to their farmers, and they not until they heard about tractors in Haitano, and they said this really fit into what we can do it. This we can participate, and then finally they met us at the workshop, and that's what we really talk about it and really serious about it, and then and they apply for it, they got it, so they see that the benefit is really there. One thing that she would like to mention a little bit about that is that the difference between the two, the conventional one is a little short, and in the summertime you had a little problem because it's too hot inside, and the crop, the quality may not be there because, and it's too hot inside that, to send a crew to harvest underneath the high tunnel. It's not a good idea to do, so you only wait like you do in the early morning or late afternoon only, but, to compare with the high tunnel from the USDA, it's pretty high. It's a huge, big, it's more, spacious inside, and they tend to have a better quality, and the quality is over there, and then they can send a crew in anytime, even in during the noon time, because the good ventilations on that side, it's really good. They roll it up so the wind can circulate in through inside, so you could feel comfortable, and the worker can harvest the crop at any time, so it can meet their demand, and so they see that high tunnel is really one that they use it, and then they really see the benefit, improve their farming, and not just that, but also improve the quality, which is they can sell for a little bit a higher price, and and the yields, it tend to help also improve on the yields. And also for the tractors, they get a tractor through us also, and the tractor is one of the program that they can get a small tractor that they can use in under the high tunnel, and that's a very suitable to that operation. So she really happy. Thank you for the USDA program that be able to help them.
Well, that's amazing. And so, I mean, we just see so many benefits having the high tunnel integrated into the farm operation. And so let's talk a little bit about that. And Ms. Hur, you gave us a really good amplitude. But just so that our viewers and our listeners today get a clear picture, what does the high tunnel do for the growing season? What are some of the key benefits that farmers can take away from having a high tunnel on their farm?
Okay, yeah, kalau ni wane na jong share de ne jalu ne han ye ja jong go gen go li cho nên ole wa te wa chơi thế cho pi ole wa te nó ni cho nó chỉ ye kho wa jong cho sẽ được thế chỉ kho wa ni sản nông ni chỉ là de ni tu hai min chỉ là thế是你把的考我用起的点的，叫见到老板把那做你的呢，考你用的点做你的容易在一零的，路是很问题做你的要一讲，看的民主做你的要考你把的考用的你要得去考 benefit 了呀，考ผลได้กำไร的要得去ที่อย่างน้อย
trong đó cho farmer là biết cho tu ô liu tế ba trăm tế này chỉ này họ thì ý là và giống như cho chuyển đầu nó này chỉ này thầu lúc trên nó thì lúc chuyển đầu nó thái đầu cho chua chỉ chia thiết cho chua thiết cho ý là tiền công tê nó mà thì nhớ cho họ cá chuyển đầu nó là chỉ và yêu còn dân gió lên thầu lúa có li nữa mà này cũng chỉ cho tàu thế việc thì biết chỉ một power nhá nó thì chỉ mà là cho lúa li kia lớn nó chè và nó mua cho chè là nó mua đèn đau thái là chè và biết cho con chỉ đây mẹ thầu biết mua đèn đau thái là nó chè tiền mua luôn nút tới tua nó chè hậu cá đèn đau nữa mà ni sọ chè ô tô biết cho con ni lo tàu ni rong tàu rong sai li om bầu chế thầu ít khó rong vì để mua đèn đau thái chỉ ni khởi tàu cho đê và biết cho một yêu cho con nó nhớ cho họ cái để chiến đấu nó ni hư cho số ni bông ra cái lò thế ni ô humidity cho một yêu cho lông con nó chỉ ô tô cho con nó ni lo sai cha li om bầu và regularlyเลยเป็นบางเดือนเลยหรือว่าชิมเจนดาวเนี่ยตัวรู้ใจหรือเป็นหรือเปล่าเลยเนาะอย่างแต่ว่าตัวจะต้องรอดใช้วิธีแต่ดาวนี่เคยตัวจะได้เป็นจอเราอยู่จะต้องเนาะเนี่ยตัวจะอะไรนี่กูเป็นกูป่วยจันดาวดูตัวเท่จะดาวดูนะกูเคยตัวจะได้ตัวเขาแต่ชิมจะยาตัวสาวคู่ตัวเนาะเจนี่ชิมสาวเลยนี่เนี่ยตัวเขาได้รู้เจนดาวเนาะอย่างเจนี่จะcái humidity là mà dù cho con thế chỉ ô tô cho con này lo sai 也你做到的时候，这是嘛就讲你落晒，也看到这些一看double 的贴，这你我到被用到被叫可用到被叫都讲都弄贴叫叫我带那这些考的个被我当到，也我当quality 用考有用到。เบอร์เมนชันเราเนาะเจขอเตียเป็ดจัวโตเตเดโลเตหัวจัวโลเตนอก็นึสีโตนึสีโตเต็มเลี้ยวขอเป็ดต้องการเราหมดโตแต่เป็ดจะคงนึชียามูนึชีสามูโดยให้เตียนึเจลิจิโตสีเป็ดจอได้รอแล้วก็เป็ดสีโตมาสมันนึขอbenefit นั่นนะ
เดี๋ยวนี้พอตัวชั่วด้วยเลย
错的啊，你做好见到了嘛？别个去端到没得山道，别个去端到了没得山道也的别碰感到让了那这这里好见到了你估也的话，是了你估是最多的山道。
ถ้าจับไป10%ก็สัก
我อีอย่างเลย山道了嘛，要别多没得呀嘛，你别是错那这你你做大的，因此你要弄你么你做家你家你老包着来呀。这都大家多了，这什么然后见到了有的个就是一流二流头二流那个呢，可做到了这呀，大家的个估计是到了，估计嘛去的。